Welcome to another episode of Sunshine State of the Market. We are in our new office, in our new little studio here. We built our feature wall specifically for the podcast, if you can tell on the wall. So we're here with Joe DeMarco, and we're going to talk all things real estate. We're going to talk about second segment on appraisals, how that's affecting our current sellers, and also how Joe's got a way to mitigate that problem. And then we're going to talk just openly about what's currently happening in the worldly event. So let's go, buddy. How's this market going along?
Well,
number one, how do you like the office?
I was just going to say, I love the new office, right? Getting settled in.
Yeah.
Big props to you. It wouldn't be decorated like this without you. It'd still look like Minor Baker's office. Still bare, like a bachelor. You did a great job. It's great. We're getting settled in. Hopefully everybody here missed us. Everybody's going to be watching this.
Yeah, absolutely.
We haven't done one in...
It's been a while, yeah, but it's been
right?
super crazy.
We had a lot going on, right?
A lot going on.
Took a lot out of us. Getting settled in here, getting this place set up. So we're finally back.
Distribution employees, new marketing manager.
Yeah.
It was a continuous chain of events.
Yeah.
But you can thank my OCD and compulsive behavior with this, because I know you got text messages and you sort of blocked me at some point.
Yeah. It was like it was like moving into the house with the wife. It wasn't, she took care of everything. I just had to sit back and wait for the final result.
This is the best.
And here I go.
I text them everything from forks and knives to glasses. Yeah. The only thing is I don't want any bullshit afterwards. Like, I don't want to spend that money. So I made sure I sent it to you. You maybe may or may not have approved it, knowing what the costs were.
It's fine. It all turned out well. So, and in the meantime, we continue to do business.
Mm-hmm.
The market's been the market, right? It hasn't been horrible. It hasn't been phenomenal. It's been steady. I think actually in July, I actually had personally my best month ever in the mortgage industry. I mean, I closed the most amount of loans I've ever closed in one single month, and I had, as far as
in your history as a broker,
as a loan officer, I had my biggest month ever in July, both volume wise and unit wise. Wow. So.
Is the market bad?
It's not. I think it's I think it's for people who just keep the blinders on, don't get distracted by the outside noise.
Yeah.
And you're going to be busy. I think I guess it just goes to show you. There's still plenty of buyers out there. There's plenty of sellers out there, even with the distractions in the market today, especially with the Iran war. And August looks like a good month, or June was a big month. July was a little slower than June, and then August looks like another big month. So it's just showing that there is activity out there.
There's definitely activity. I mean, we had a huge year as well. I think we're into 55 or 56 transactions. We slowed down. We did a lot, 40 to 50 of those in the first 4.5 months of the year. So it was kind of crazy. But again, we needed July. Even July's been quiet. We did a few deals here and there.
Yeah.
But we needed that for me specifically to get my humanity back, because when you're running at such fast pace, you lose a lot in the progress, right?
Agreed.
So July was good. Now we're rested. August, kids are going back to school in a couple of weeks, which you're starting to see the market getting picked up again with resale showings are coming back in, which is great. Also, our rental business, we have a property management company, so we rent out properties for clients that bought investment properties. And I've been messaging our clients, just hold tight. We can get crap in there, or you're going to wait, because you're going to have a slowdown period. And just prior to school, we're going to have influx of new tenants coming in, which is what it is. We're writing up 3 contracts today, leases, and that's basically on that one little project that we sell a lot of those investment properties. And so it's good news, right? And Florida's a weird market, right? It's I'm starting to get accustomed to it, because up north is very linear. It's very easy to predict. Here it's it's pretty nuts. It's you're full gas and it just engine stops, and it's full gas and engine stops. So it's and nothing really makes sense. Anything that made sense up north, it's the opposite down here. Because I'll give you an example. When sometimes you have listings, and usually you keep lowering the price until you get a buyer. That's logic, right?
Yeah.
So you lower, and then you raise the price, then you sell it at a raised price. It's it's
doesn't make sense.
Anti logic.
Yeah.
But again, we're getting a hang of how this market is functioning, which is good.
Yeah, I find this market goes it goes strong from November till April, May, and then it tends to cool off during these summer months. and then boom, again, back in September, October, it starts
that big influx of
Yeah,
buyers coming
yeah.
back. But I mean, ultimately, like even for our resale side of it, we've been getting continuous showings. It's not like crazy like up north.
Yeah.
You get 10, 20 showings a week. You're getting like 3 to 5 a month, which is damn good for Florida. I remember last year we get 1 showing per month. Now we're getting like 3 to 5, you know, so it's not horrible. Like, again, it's starting to pick up. Actually, I got some data on inventory. This is a huge factor, like I always look at going forward.
Well, even with on the mortgage side, right? Ever since the Iran war started, right? And people worry about interest rates because of the Iran war and things of that nature. They really haven't moved a whole lot. I mean, we did hit a little bit of an elevated high last month. You know, we got up to about 6.7%, which was the highest we've seen in the last year.
30-year mortgage?
Yeah, in a 30-year.
What about the Treasury?
The Treasury's at like 4.6 today. Now, it started out at 4.6 today. It's starting to come back down a little bit. So, you know, but overall, it's been kind of steady. We had a little spike at the beginning of the war, and then it kind of settled down. So, and then with the new Fed chairman that came in, Warsh, you know, he held interest rates steady, which everybody kind of thought he would. Now they're talking about possibly bumping that up a little bit in September. We'll see. Again, it's probably going to all be predicated on what happens here. Inflation did come down a little bit. We're down about 3.5% in inflation, so that helps a little bit. And if if you believe that interest rates are tied to inflation, and I do, I think it's, you know, inflation and obviously the Treasury. We'll see, you know, if this war doesn't mess things up and we can get this cleaned up a little bit. I think we'll see rates, you know, ease up a little bit and get back down to those low 6s where we were.
Pre-Iran war in Feb, like ultimately we were going for rate cuts. I know I have some of the mortgages on investment properties and primary residence, like they call like, we're going to renew your mortgage. I'm like, hold on, just you know, hold your horses. We're going to do it like in 6 months from now because, you know, rates are going to come down the way it's looking. Then this war springs out of nowhere. And ultimately now we're where we're at right now. So I just talked to a tenant that's going to be renting one of our properties, and he's a reserve in the Army, and he's getting not deployed, he's getting sent to training. So it looks like they're going to be deployed. Hopefully not, but I mean, that's pretty scary to know that, like firsthand, right?
Yeah.
Talking about inventory too, I just wanted, because this is a big factor on how I do business and how I can rate the market. So currently right now, and this is Bonita Sterile, so I did every type of, I did single family detachers and townhomes. I didn't put condos in the mix because that's a whole different market. We usually do like non-condominiums sales. So if you look at the inventory right now, like in Bonita Sterile, it's like 4.2 months of inventory. That's low.
Low, yeah.
Yeah. So you take a look at back in March of 2025, it was 8.8 months. So we shed almost 100% of inventory.
And how does that happen? What causes that? When you say that, what does that mean for the average guy?
So what that means is basically buyers are coming back and buying up what's currently on the market. So now prior to this, there was listings coming on the market, more listings coming on the market than buyers existed. Now it's like whatever's getting put on the market as a new listing is getting absorbed by a buyer. So think about it. We're at 8.8 months of March of last year, 2025. We're at 4.4 months of this year right now. At this point, it's literally 100% drop off in inventory, which is great. And for a Florida market, it's fantastic because even if you look at previous data pre-COVID, like normally, like Naples Park, let's just a specific area. We'll talk about a specific area. Naples Park, normally pre-COVID, it's like 9 months of inventory. And we got to about 12 to, and there is actually high. It was 15, 16 months of inventory. Now it's down. And then just one more factor too, like average sales price too. So this year here, the height of, let's say Bonita Sterile, we'll just talk about that, was $725,000 average sales price. And then April of 2025, it was $699. So, you know, what does that work out to? 5 to 7% in increased value. The thing is, if how everyone bunches up forward, it's like, oh, it's gone up or it's gone down or this looks bad, this area. But we're focused between Collier and Lee County. That's our market here, right? Realistically. So I'm looking at that and how that's functioning for especially clients that have purchased secondary properties, investment properties, and also obviously our investments as well. I want to make sure that we're in a good market, which we are. Yeah.
Good.